particularly during the playoffs last year. 7 on the shot clock. Kobe Bryant.
Clear out. Better get there quick on the double.
Long fadeaway jumper from Kobe. He's got 9. Who was it? I can't remember his name. A former NBA player who retired recently. Kind of finished his career with a great fadeaway jumper. Michael,
Whatever his name. The guy with the bad knuckle.
that's it. Michael Dickerson. Pull-up jumper. No. Rebound. Shaquille O'Neal.
See, he's going to learn to come off of that screen with 2 bounces. He came off 1 bounce, and it caused him to go for a long shot.
Look at Fisher. Barkley batted away. Fisher put it right back inside. And offensive rebounding has been a stalwart statistic for the Los Angeles Lakers tonight. Once again, puts them on the board, 34-27 now.
See, Fisher is a good mechanic. He's a good defender. He's subservient to the team offensively. Plus, he can score if you don't play him or you do not pay attention.
Fisher took that away from Charles Barkley. Back comes Kobe Bryant. We saw the offensive rebound, 7 already for the Lakers, 3 for Houston.
See, anytime you have Shaq and Campbell in the game, you got some size and some hurt.
Biggest lead of the game for Los Angeles as Shaq elevates so much higher on that play than Olajuwon, who's listed at 7 feet but isn't.
Shaq right now is not waiting. He's beating the double team.
Bryce Drew in the penetration, the rookie from Valparaiso. Eddie Jones to Derek Fisher.
That's right. Work the big fella. The big fella is on a little roll here now.
Pick and roll. Bryant fadeaway. He draws the foul, doesn't get the basket before.
Well, he saw that he had a mismatch, and he was going to take Drew off the dribble. Now, you know, Drew's giving him at least 4 inches. Plus, he knew that if he took him into the lane and you defend, he's going to jump over the top of him and get a high percentage shot.
Bryce Drew picked up the personal foul. He has 2. See Kobe's numbers, 9, 5, 2 blocks already on Scottie Pippen. Watch 2 nights of great skating competition featuring world champion Michelle Kwan. Don't miss the Japan Open tomorrow and Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT. Kobe Bryant with double digits. Surprise starter tonight. Rick Fox with bone spurs. Robert Horry did not start at power forward. His wife, Kiva, delivered a baby boy today in Houston. Robert Horry will be back with the team tomorrow, and the Lakers are on a 7-0 run. Pippen with pick and roll from Olajuwon. Scottie's struggling.
Yeah, he's struggling, Bob, and you're absolutely right. He came off that screen and roll. The Lakers played it soft. That shot will be there. Just go right back. You can run that all night long, and you'll get a 12 to 15-foot shot.
Pippen. Inside, Shaquille comes down to defend him. Blocked by Elden Campbell.
Well, he can do that. 7 straight years, he's blocked over 100 shots.
5 blocks for the Lakers tonight. Derek Fisher missing. Almost tipped back up and in by Michael Dickerson. Maloney. And the foul on Eldon Campbell as the fella Harrington drove on the baseline.
See, they love Harrington, Bob. He's quick. He's tough. He's very good off the dribble. And you must pay attention to him because when they do play him, he gets points and rebounds.
CNN Sports Illustrated, the sports network more people are switching to. Call your cable or satellite provider.
The 12th Street Warriors about to play the game of the season. This time, it's all about pride.
We can't lose to this team again, y'all.
No, not this time.
We got this game.
Only winners riding in this expedition.
What about that pitch?
For Williams?
I couldn't even see it. But we are warriors.
Warriors! Warriors! Who? Warriors!
So, you girls really showed up, huh?
You guys better pray for rain. The 1999 expedition built Ford Tough.
In the month of February, summon your strength. The time for turning the other cheek has passed. Grit your teeth. Who is responsible? And prepare to give your all.
You don't know what it is to be intense.
Because TNT is about to get tough.
Rock and roll!
When the tough get going, this is where you'll find them. Right here. All this month on TNT. Starting Saturday, February 6th. A lifetime of work. 2 nights of competition. 1 moment of glory. Watch 2-time world champion Michelle Kwan. current and former world champions Kurt Browning, Alexei Yagudin, Elena Beresnaya, and Anton Sigarilidze, along with Olympians Todd Eldridge and Maria Bucherskaya. The Japan Open. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 8, only on TNT.
The glitz, the glamour, the NBA Magic Johnson, Diane Cannon, just a couple of the plethora of celebrities. Penny Marshall, courtside. And you ask, is Jack Nicholson here tonight? Need you ask? How about those glasses? Got to get a pair of those. Heisman Trophy winner Ricky Williams, a class young man. His tribute to Doak Walker. He won also the Doak Walker Trophy. Was really tremendous to respect the past in the game, and he's going to have a fantastic NFL career. Houston, by the way, 3 of their last 15 from the field in the last 6.5 minutes. 10 on the shot clock. Kobe Bryant, penetration. Travis Knight has that shot.
He's going to help them so much because of his size and his ability to make the jumper from 15 feet out to the three-point shot, and he is a slasher getting to the board. He doesn't have to be the primary rebounder because you got Shaq.
There you go. And Houston has the dream with the jump shot. It is 39-29.
Anytime that they screen down on Shaq, Olajuwon is open, coming up for that 10 to 12 foot shot.
Derek Fisher. Nice boys. Yeah. Rebound, Olajuwon. Pippen with only 1 field goal. Harrington turned around on the baseline. Olajuwon keeping it alive, putting it back.
You have to pay attention. Houston, for years, never a great offensive rebounding team. Usually in the bottom 25% of the league. You say, my God, with Barkley, Olajuwon, Kevin Willis, why? Well, for some reason, they just do not get to the offensive block. All you have to do is block out the one guy who's in there, and you'll be fine.
Kobe Bryant misses from beyond the arc. Scottie Pippen. I can't get used to him in a Houston Rockets uniform, and apparently he can't either yet. Scottie 1 for 8 from the floor. Working on Kobe Bryant. Bryant with the rebound.
Kobe's doing a very nice job. He's not fouling Scottie. He's challenging the shot and forcing him to shoot over the top. Oh, great steal. Got to look up. Nice.
What a pass to Dickerson. Took the ball away, laid it in. He looks like a veteran. This is the rookie from Arizona.
After 10 to 15 games, watch this team in the open floor. They are going to be dangerous, dangerous. It's just a good move. Keep the look down inside. There is your steal by Scottie. Now, up on your right side. Look at on the right side. You have to get to him because right now a lot of guys, they don't have a feel for him because he's a rookie, 14th pick on the first round out of Arizona. And at Arizona, they always saw him up front because they had Bibby and Simon in the backcourt. But this young guy, I don't think he's 6'5". Now, I don't know. I'll challenge that. But if he's 6'3" to 6'4", it doesn't make a bit of difference. They love his defensive tenacity. They love his quickness. He's coachable. He listens, pays attention. He's going to be around for a long time.
And he was a winner. 97 NCAA title at Arizona, and that's something that Michael Jordan would point out to you. It is about winning.
Yes, it is. And, you know, he's a high scorer of his college team his junior year and senior year.
Houston on a 6-0 run after going 3 for 15 over a nearly 7-minute stretch. Getting back into the ballgame now, trailing 39-33. Kobe Bryant, however, right back. That's a 2. Kobe has 12.
Well, see, he's so tough, Bob, mainly because he's a good three-point shooter. He's excellent off the dribble, can dribble with either hand, and then when he elevates, he can get from outside the lane to the rim.
Look at the lob from Pippen. Olajuwon missed the jam, but you're going to see Pippen really excite the Houston fans. Speaking of excitement, Bryant, Shaquille, traveling.
Now keep an eye on this. Now you're going to see it at the bottom of your screen. That was a beautiful look in the pass, and that was just blown by Akeem. Mainly because the pass was a little bit behind the right shoulder. He had to catch it and then bring it forward, but that was still an easy attempt.
Matt Maloney at the point.
For you and I, we need a ladder to get down.
Yeah, it's all relative.
Yeah, there you go.
Pick and roll. And Michael Dickerson got his hand on Eddie Jones, kind of guided him past him, got called for the foul. Once again, he's a rookie, and I can't help but recall the Michael Jordan game winner against Utah and Brian.
Now we see right here, see, he had his hand right in the chest. Michael had his hand on the hip, okay? There's a big difference, Bob, okay?
Here is Kobe Bryant. Over Pippen. Pippen rebound.
Here he comes. He's coming out of here now. Four-on, nice move.
And a nice finish by O'Connell Harrington.
Well, Scotty DeFine, see, people forget he led the Bulls in assists for 7 straight years because when he's in the open floor, he's dangerous. Now, that was Othello Harrington running hard as the trailer.
Shaq posted down low, but the ball stripped away. It is 41-35. Houston loses it. Travis Knight to Kobe Bryant, Eddie Jones, Derek Harper. Pippen. They're going to call basket interference.
Oh, boy, I tell you, that's close. You know, the rule is that if the ball is coming off the rim and does not have a chance of going in, you can get the ball. And that was very, very close. Now, Scottie Pippen has 3 steals here tonight. He's really made a lot of things happen. Now, just keep, there's a nice fake by Derek, and as he lays it, look to the right of your rim, right there. See, that ball was coming off. That definitely was not goaltending.
It starts with a whisper.
And we're going to cover the whole area
Some
today.
heed the call, but it speaks to all of us. It's about our towns, our cities, our lives. It's about what we can do for tomorrow. It's about pitching in, giving back, and getting it done. And soon that whisper will become a chorus, and its voice will be heard. We will make a difference. Volunteer to improve your community.
Coliseum area in the early 90s was dilapidated building, overgrown lots. And basically, it wasn't an area where you would want to be caught in. Oh, now they can't believe it's the same area. When people come in, they said, well, where these houses come from? But is this the same neighborhood? Home ownership is the main ingredient. When you own your own home, it gives you a feeling you belong. You stand for something.
We look at the neighborhood and we look at the house and we feel like we've accomplished something.
The Fannie Mae Foundation.
Tim and Ed are neighbors, sort of. You see, Ed thought Tim's hair was too long, and Tim thought Ed's pants were too short. Then Tim brought home the new redesigned 260-horse Ford Mustang GT, just when Ed was pulling out his Boss 302.
Nice Mustang.
You too? Wow. Just think if everyone owned a Mustang.
And the world will be a better place for you.
Ford Mustang GT, built to last.
The NBA on TNT, brought to you by the Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. And by Ford Expedition, the only way to get there. Ford Expedition, built Ford tough.
Houston making a comeback here, trailing 41-35 now. Why? Well, in the first 2 minutes, the Lakers had only 2 turnovers in 19 minutes. 2 turnovers. 4 turnovers in the last 2 minutes, which means open court for Scottie Pippen and company.
And Scotty's making it happen. He's making a beautiful pass. They're getting layups. And when you look at this, you just say, hey, as bad as Houston has played in this half, they're only 6 down. Major point. But how about this? Lakers scoring off the bench. 19 points in spite of the fact that 2 bench guys are starting. All right. I mean, that is a terrific stat.
Harper with 8. Travis Knight with 4. Campbell with 5. Eddie Jones with the board. That's his 3rd rebound. 41-35 Lakers.
See, Harper will always slow him down and force them to run the half-court offense.
Ball fake by Bryant.
Left that one short, but that was nice.
Rebound Travis Knight. He's fouled. Barkley back into the lineup for Houston. Coming up after the game, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Pete Vesey on Inside the NBA. New faces in new places. Scores and highlights from opening night. Halftime, the AT&T halftime report. We are 2 minutes and 9 seconds away from halftime. Matt Bullard in the game again. Campbell for the Lakers. 2:06 to go in the first half. Dickerson set down and picked up his 3rd first. Eddie Jones, long range.
Offensive foul. Yeah, loose ball foul. Elton Campbell pushed off.
Eddie Jones, we're talking about Pippen struggling, 0 for 7.
Well, everything with Eddie Jones is outside of 18 feet. I mean, it almost looks like every shot attempt has been beyond the three-point line. I'm being charitable by saying 18 feet.
Barkley backing in on the 7-footer Travis Knight. Look at the strength on Barkley. And he draws the foul.
Yeah, you look at Charles, we all know that he's not 6'5". And there's a great stat with Charles Barkley and Hakeem Olajuwon. When you talk about 20 points and 20 rebounds, now think about that. That is such a hard stat to get. Olajuwon has done it 42 times in his career. 20 points and 20 rebounds. This guy at 6'5" or lower has done it 41 times.
Truly amazing. Barkley hits the free throw. NBA Showtime at 12:30 on NBC on Sunday, followed by Miami at New York, Indiana, Detroit, Utah at the Lakers at 3:30. You'll see either the game in New York or Detroit at 1, and Utah and Lakers at 3:30 Eastern Time on NBC.
Good offensive rebound by Harrington. I told you, he's got a live body. You must pay attention to him.
Barkley now defended by Campbell.
Oh, he wants to take him off the dribble.
Fakes the jumper, gets inside. Travis Knight stripped it away. Harrington comes up with it and lays it home.
He's a garbage guy.
I like him.
Yeah, well, see, you don't run any plays for him. You just let him scramble. He's so quick. He's got quick feet, long arms, and he's not afraid to put his body in there.
Offensive foul.
See, this group, Rudy has gone to this group, and you look at it and you say, wow, you know, he's got Harrington out there, and he's got Bullard. But you know what you have? You have Harrington and Bullard who are subservient to what they're doing. They're sacrificing their bodies, and good things are happening for the other people.
See the Band-Aid hanging off the left forehead of Harrington, in case you missed earlier. I told you he fell down, hit the floor hard at practice this week, was knocked unconscious. Still wanted to go back out to practice. Trainer kept him inside and they put some stitches in there. Rockets 11-4 last 4:45. LA only 2 points in that period.
See, right now, Knight is trying to front Barkley. That's not going to happen, see, because he'll pop right out to the wing.
Maloney, fake, Pippen. Still struggling from the field, and Scotty is 1 for 10 tonight from the floor. Offensive foul, Kobe Bryant.
You know what that was? That was a great defensive play by a guy who has been on the first team all defense 7 straight years. Watch him guess. Watch him guess. See, boom. He guessed because you have to be careful with Kobe because he dribbles so well with either hand that he might come right back on that and go baseline on you. Great move by Scottie Pippen.
There you go. There's the 1 for 10. Pippen only 3. LA, by the way, 6 turnovers in the last 4 minutes. 3-point lead by the Lakers. Make it a 1-point lead. 41-40 as Barkley now has 9. Olajuwon with 11 and Harrington. 9 points for Houston. 3-pointer. Harper.
Over the back.
Loose ball foul.
Yep, Shaquille O'Neal.
It's on Shaq.
Over the back. Now, we brought up a point at the top. 69% foul shooting doesn't get it done. That's the Achilles heel of the Lakers, last in the league. We brought out another point. They do not take care of their defensive rebounding against good teams. Now, tonight, a team that is a terrible offensive rebounding team, Houston Rockets, are killing them on the offensive board. They are getting the second shot and putting the ball back in or getting fouled.
There's a second chance point, 12-4. Well said and well documented.
Well, thank you for the guys in the truck.
By the way, at halftime, Peter Vesey and Bob Costas of NBC will join Ernie Johnson and Kenny Smith on the AT&T halftime report. Costas and Atlanta for the Pittsburgh Aaron birthday party tonight. Ruben Patterson slips and goes down, and the Lakers turn it over yet again.
Nice.
And the Rockets have regained the lead. Rockets 44, Lakers 41. The last time the Rockets led it was 6-5. Shaq working on Harrington.
Oh, come on. There's no way Harrington can stop him. You see, as soon as they put him back in here with 2 minutes to go, you got to remember who he's playing. Who's playing Shaq? Go to him.
Maloney, coast to coast with the lay-in, 0.2 of a second. And the Rockets have stolen the lead from the Lakers in the last few minutes of play on a 19-4 run over the past 6 minutes. The last 6 minutes of the first half of play, and the Rockets are up by 3 at halftime. The AT&T halftime report coming along in just a moment. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Peter Vesey, and Bob Costas. Hey!
Refreshing as a mountain stream. Busch. Head for the mountains of Busch beer.
When you have it your way, it just tastes better.
You know, a man can be judged by more than just who he is. And today, the jury is out at 211 Vine Street.
Guess who I saw last night?
Who? Billy.
That man is fine. Too fine. And that car is hot.
Inside that car is hot.
Yeah, ruby red. I know that man in his Mustang. I look good in that car. Billy! I look good in that car.
Keep driving, Billy. Keep driving. The new 1999 Ford Mustang, built to last.
EA Sports presents Cybertron. They're back. They're back. They're back. The NBA on NBA Live 99. EA Sports. It's in the game.
The AT&T Halftime Report is brought to you by AT&T. It's all within your reach.
Well, they played 24 minutes out there at the Great Western Forum, and the Rockets, with 11 points from Charles Barkley, lead the Lakers 46-43. We welcome you to the AT&T Halftime Report, and do not adjust your sets as we pan down the line over here. Yeah, Peter Vesey's been here all night. Bob Costas has joined the festivities here along with me and Kenny Smith, and believe it or not, Jim Gray is also lurking around here. It's just a free-for-all tonight.
Bob Ferry's in the studio tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised to see anybody in the studio tonight.
Actually, I was serving as the ring bearer at a wedding. It ended early. I thought I'd slip over.
We're so happy you could make it. Actually, you were at the Hank Aaron thing tonight,
yeah,
right?
The
birthday
Hank Aaron's
celebration?
65th birthday, and this season the 25th anniversary of his breaking Babe Ruth's record. Tremendous gathering. President Clinton was there, and Frank Robinson, Ernie Banks.
Is he still president?
Evidently.
Okay.
Very nice.
Well, we've been here
Peter,
a long
Peter
time.
Needling as usual.
Perhaps Peter can fill you in on what we've seen tonight around the NBA and Dennis Rodman's latest.
Just like he used to do when I walked in the studio at NBC. Pete, quick, what happened in the first half?
We need the Boston Globe.
Well, we can tell you already tonight, Bob, that we've seen the Orlando Magic beat the New York Knicks and Latrell Sprewell tonight. And Peter, Kenny, you guys watch this game. Why don't you fill Bob in on what he's missed?
This is what happened, Bob. While you're at the historic event, this is what happened. First of all, Latrell Sprewell looked great. He's probably the only Knick who looks like he was ready to just come and play.
Not as good as Mitch Richmond, but...
Not as good as Mitch Richmond, like I said earlier during the night.
He only had 8 points tonight.
But we're not going to rip me on that one about saying he's the best in the business. But he played well. The rest of the Knicks trying to fit in. I'm just saying they need to just get into the game and get going. And then I think that was probably the biggest thing. Knicks didn't play well, though.
Point guards, right? Childs and Ward, 10 points, 7 assists, right? Armstrong, in 19 less minutes, had 15 points and 8 assists, and he is the backup point guard. So
point guard's not too good for the Knicks.
Meantime, around the league tonight, huge crowds welcoming these guys back. Does that surprise you at all?
No, not really. I think in a lot of cities, people have renewed energy because they think their teams have a chance. Now, I think where it might affect people, if you're a fan in St. Louis, for example, where I live, and they do not have a franchise, maybe the NBA was Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls to you. But if you're in Los Angeles and the Lakers get to the finals, or if you're in San Antonio and you think they're a contender, you're not sitting there saying, hey, no Michael Jordan, so I don't care.
Right, so the impact is television. That's where it's going to show up the most. NBC specifically.
Maybe in the finals. But if they get lucky, and let's say the Knicks and Lakers are in the finals, the markets will make up for some of the absence of Michael Jordan, not all of it.
You're going to be working on Sunday, you guys, right? Correct?
I go to L.A. from here, Lakers and Utah.
And you'll be in the studio?
Yes.
There's regional coverage on NBC. I should let you know that Miami will be home against New York. You can watch that, or you can watch the Pistons taking on the Pacers. Is that a pledge pin? Pistons and Pacers on Sunday, and then it's the Lakers and the Jazz. Yes, you are watching TNT with Bob Costas and Peter Bessie.
Dick Ebersol's very happy now. Taking care of all
I bet he's not the only one either. We'll be back with more on the AT&T Halftime Report in a second. Bob, it's good to see you. Peter, you stick around. Bob gets to go home and change.
Dandruff, psoriasis, scalp dermatitis. If you asked all the dermatologists listed here to recommend a therapeutic shampoo, Neutrogena T-Gel would come out #1. T-Gel works on all 3 itchy, flaky scalp conditions. Neutrogena T-Gel, it works.
Some guys are born romantics.
He's looking at you, kid.
But for the rest of us, there's Kay Jewelers.
Kay's quarter-carat diamond tennis bracelet or heart pendant, just $99.95 each.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Kay Jewelers, for a legendary romance like yours.
You look at, 33. If you say 33 repetitively, 33, 33, 33, 33, it makes you thirsty. It sounds like thirsty. Somebody will say, are you thirsty? And you'll be like, I guess I am. It sounds like I am because at 33 I'm thirsty. I would give you one of my beers, but then I wouldn't have something divisible of 33. I would have 5, which is not divisible by 33. But inherently, all numbers are divisible by 33.
And we welcome you back to the AT&T Halftime Report. Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Latrell Sprewell and the Knicks going to the Orlando Arena. Sprewell, a 24-point effort. It was 49-48 Magic at that point. Darrell Armstrong, sweet feed inside to Nick Anderson, part of a 25-4 Orlando run. I'm feeling sick, says Jeff Van Gundy. They lose in their trip to Orlando. 93-85 is the final, despite 24-6 from Sprewell. 19 points, 9 rebounds from Nick Anderson to lead Orlando. Let's hear from Spree.
Well, I think I'm still rusty. But it felt good to be back out on the floor, definitely, and being a part of the game again. Just, getting booed and all that stuff. I'm glad to be out there, no doubt.
Hadn't played since November of '97. Elsewhere tonight, the Pacers winners over the Wizards, 96-81. Mitch Richmond, as we've talked about already, 8 points on 4 out of 9 field goals. The Chicago Bulls and the Utah Jazz. Chicago made this thing close. Utah led by double digits most of the way. They win at 104-96. Kukoc going for 32, but it's not enough. The mailman scores 21 and has 8 rebounds. Minnesota Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets at McNichols tonight, 110-92. Joe Smith had 19, or had 23 points actually for Minnesota. McDyess 18-7 in a losing effort for Denver. Sacramento and San Antonio, it goes to the Spurs 101-83. Weber goes 20-12. Jason Williams, the rookie point guard, 21 points. It's 9 out of 19 from the field. The Dallas Mavericks tonight and the Seattle Supersonics. Close game. Dallas up by 1 in the third. The Clippers have a 3-point lead over Phoenix. Googs has 14 in his Phoenix debut. Detroit and Miami, that one goes to the Pistons, 95-81, winning in Miami's gym behind Jerry Stackhouse with 24. The Hawks pull away to beat Cleveland 100-83. LaFonso Ellis goes for 14-7 in his Atlanta debut. The Philadelphia 76ers won at the Hive over Charlotte, 78-66. Derek Coleman, 11-15 in his Charlotte debut, but that's a franchise low, 66 points. Toronto beats Boston 103-92. Kevin Willis, 28 points and 16 rebounds to lead the Toronto Raptors to that win at Boston tonight. Here on TNT, Game 2 of our opening night doubleheader, the Rockets leading the Lakers by 3. We'll be back.
Cars are now breaking the sound barrier. Serves are clocked at 140. We can travel 18,000 miles an hour into space. So how come pain relief isn't faster? Introducing Advil Liquid Gels, the first and only pain reliever in a faster-acting liquid-filled capsule that's gentle on your stomach. On tough pain, Advil Liquid Gels are stronger and faster than extra-strength Tylenol. Headaches to muscle aches. New Advil Liquid Gels. Advanced medicine for pain. Stronger and faster.
Dad?
You know what time it is?
Dad. Ooh, see, it was a party, you know, and Vicky, you know, Vicky.
Alien abduction shouldn't keep you out past your curfew. Now, this is going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt me.
No, Dad.
All beef patty, special sauce. Sing it with me, son.
And lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on the sesame seed bun.
Ooh, you got some fries, too. Yeah.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Now that is a sweet investment.
You have a retirement plan?
Oh, sure. Invest. Get rich, retire at 45.
Well, I'm 58.
Huh? Oh, your retirement plan.
Who's looking out for your investments? E-Trade, the #1 rated place to invest online with free real-time quotes, 10 times more research, smart alerts, all from $14.95. Isn't it time you looked out for #1? Call 1-800-E-TRADE-1 and see why someday we'll all invest this way. Rogaine Extra Strength works for 4 out of 5 men.
What do you mean works?
Regrows hair, or at least stops hair loss.
My luck, I'll be that 5th guy.
Probably not. But here's our guarantee. Give Rogaine Extra Strength an honest chance. You be the judge. It stops hair loss, or regrows hair, more hair, thicker hair, faster, or we give your money back. Guaranteed. Rogaine Extra Strength works for you, or your money back.
I can't lose.
Y'all remember that after our opening night doubleheader, it is Inside the NBA with me and Kenny and Peter Vesey. All the night's highlights in one nice 30-minute package. Coming up, it's the third quarter. From the forum, we'll send you back to Bob and Hubie. And the way these things have gone tonight, maybe Bill Walton's with them, too. Who knows? It's 46-43.
The AT&T Halftime Report was brought to you by AT&T. It's all within your reach.
It's not a keyhole. I'm not looking through the doorway at someone. I'm looking through the on-net port. Port of entry to a seamless global network. A network that will change the fortunes of countless companies and the lives of thousands of telecom managers and CIOs. I see them out there right now. They seem rather happy. On-net from MCI WorldCom.
There's something special about the folks who work at AutoZone. The fact that they know more than a thing or two about looking up parts and solving problems. Their willingness to go the extra mile. And their belief in doing what's right. So it's no wonder why millions of customers turn to us each week for help in getting back on the road. Because working at AutoZone means taking pride in taking care of people.
I am the man. That's raw power. Look at his eyes. No fear at all. WCW Monday Night Raw. Just in
against man. Power, strength. It's art, painted with rage, and it's 100% live. Watch WCW Monday Nitro every Monday night at 8, exclusively on TNT.
New Orleans, 1965. High school basketball was a religion, but there were two very separate churches.
Just one game, a true city championship.
You gotta go make things hard. Emmy winners Andre Braugher, Rip Torn, and Ruby Dee star in a movie about what it takes to be a champion. Passing Glory. World premiere Sunday, February 21st at 8, only on TNT, the best movie studio on television.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any retransmission, reproduction, rebroadcast, or other use or dissemination of this telecast, or the pictures, descriptions, or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the National Basketball Association is prohibited.
Rockets lead it by 3 at the half with 6 minutes to go in the half. The Los Angeles Lakers were cruising. They were just having some nice showtime of their own, and then wham, bam, the ceiling fell in a 19-4 Houston run. You might be saying, what happened?
Charlotte, you were up 12. They only get 6 shots in the last 6 minutes. 2 for 6. Yeah. 7 turnovers. Now, that put them in the open floor. Houston's out in the open floor. Scottie Pippen gets 5 assists. They get layups. The other end, Houston shoots, misses, 8 offensive rebounds, and they're getting fouled or they're putting the ball back. Big stat in this game, which we have not talked about. The 2 Lakers starting guards, 0 for 10.
0 for 10, and there's good balance for Houston. 3 players with 11 points. You see Pippen with only 3, 1 of 10, but they're +8 when he's on the floor, -5 when he's not.
Now, you can see the points off the turnovers, etc. Bryant is having a nice, solid half, but the star of the first half for the Houston Rockets, Othello Harrington, 11 points and 6 rebounds in 12 minutes, Bob, plus a garbage man. And he opened up a lot of nice opportunities for other players.
Yeah, you were liking, as you look at Harrington, you were liking him early. When you brought his name up to Rudy Tomjanovich, his eyes lit up. He loves him, too.
Well, you know, but when he got a chance to play in the time that he's been in the league, he's one of these kind of guys because he's so active, and he'll put his body in there. He'll take punishment. He gets you nice numbers.
The Lakers, I might point out, are playing without 2 starters tonight. Robert Horry's wife delivered a baby boy today in Houston. Robert is with her, be back tomorrow. Rick Fox out because of bone spurs. So Corey Blunt and Kobe Bryant started for the Lakers.
No double team.
Olajuwon lost the handle. Shaq tipped it away. Here comes Derek Fisher.
I'll tell you, there's a slippery spot right in the middle of that lane. That's at least the 4th guy to fall down in the lane at that end of the floor.
Yeah, that's where Ruben Patterson went down really hard.
That's right.
Shaq backs in. Went to his right, and with his right hand banked it in.
Bob, they were late. They were late getting there. And if you notice in the second quarter, as fatigue sets in, the double teamer from the top of the circle getting there late, but give Shaq credit because he's moving quicker.
Pippen bumped Fisher off of Maloney, but Maloney misses from the perimeter. Chance for the Lakers to regain the lead. Shaq was looking for Fisher, who was cutting toward the hoop, but instead he just takes it into the lane itself. And hits the jumper.
The big fella said, listen, I led the league in field goal percentage last year, over 60%. Come on, just get the ball to me and we'll play off of me deep. That's how we got the 12-point lead.
Now he's on the same road. He's 7 of 9 tonight for Shaquille O'Neal, and the Lakers have regained the lead. Dickerson open for the 3. Thought about it a little bit, the rookie from Arizona. Shaq with the rebound. He has 9.
Has it stripped. Pippen again. That's Pippen's 4th steal in the game.
Pippen running. Maloney spotting up, then has to come in on the dribble. Misses the jumper.
3 on 2.
Numbers evening up now is Derek Fisher, the calming influence.
Yeah, right now, Derek Fisher and Eddie Jones are definitely struggling. You look at Eddie Jones, he's 0 for 7. Derek Fisher 0 for 3. And these are 2 guys now that got to get back in and get the ball down inside. And let's go to Kobe Bryant. Let's go to Shaq. And let's make things happen off the dribble, going to the rim.
Second illegal defense called against the Houston Rockets. Technical foul. Kobe Bryant shoots it. And the Lakers get the ball back with 10:05 to go third period.
In this game tonight, we have two of the best three-point shooting teams in the league. And right now, combined, they are 2 for 14. And the Lakers have both mates.
2-week training camp.
Well, and you know the old story, fatigue will always take it out of you on the long shot. There's no doubt about it.
Eddie Jones looking like he has no fatigue.
Oh, Eddie.
Move, but it didn't go.
Didn't we just say, Eddie, take it off the dribble, go to the basket, come on? Mainly
I like you said we. Yes, we did.
See, he's so quick. But we got to give a lot of credit to Dickerson. We said Dickerson is tough, and we can see what Rudy T means. He's got quick feet. He gets after it. And then also, he's athletic with the long arms.
Because he's a rookie, however, among other reasons, he has 4 fouls and will sit down. This is the first pro game for Michael Dickerson, a rookie out of the University of Arizona, was first round, 14th pick overall, draft choice of the Houston Rockets.
Now, right now, Houston's going big. They're playing Bullard at the small forward. Scottie Pippen is now going to post up inside. See, we didn't see any of this in the first half.
Pippen inside, couldn't get that to go. Derek Fisher got the tip out. Rockets back quickly in transition D, but they sag off of Derek Fisher, who hits the 3.
Fisher says, you know, I'm not going to the basket. I'm going to come back and shoot the 3 in your face.
Well, I would like to have heard Del Harris's locker room talk. Oh, maybe I wouldn't have. Nevertheless, the Lakers come on a 9-0 run to start this third quarter.
How has Black history made an impact in your life?
More than anything, it gave me a sense of pride and a better understanding of who I am. It made me more determined to do something positive with my life.
Some people may say, I'm not African American, so why do I need to learn about Black history?
Because Black history is American history. It's about celebrating American people. That's why everybody should celebrate Black History Month.
With QuadraDrive, the only four-wheel drive system that operates at maximum capability all the time, it's no wonder the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee is one of the safest ways to cross treacherous terrain. The all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most capable sport utility ever. And Four-Wheeler Magazine's Four-Wheeler of the Year.
You waiting for a page?
Yeah. Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, me too. Ow! Whoa, there she is. That's why I like 1-800-CALL-ATD for collect calls. I can call Sweetie back right now or anytime because it's one low rate all the time. The guaranteed cheap way to call collect. You mind giving me a hand, bro? 1-800-CALL-ATD. Hey, I like when you page me, Sweetie.
The NBA on TNT, brought to you by the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most capable sport utility ever. Jeep, there's only one. And by AT&T, it's all within your reach.
A look at Rodeo Drive. Have a comment about that in a minute, but first of all, let's get to the facts of the game. As Del Harris's team is on a 9-0 run, Houston has not scored in this period. Lakers are 3 for 3. Reason I mentioned Rodeo Drive, Kobe Bryant signed that new 6-year, $70.9 million contract. His sister said, ooh-wee, hello, Rodeo Drive.
Why not?
Barkley. Look how strong he is against Corey Buck. Wouldn't fall, though.
See, when you think about Barkley's game tonight, he's really gotten down in there, muscled his way. He was 4 for 6 in shot attempts in that first half. He had a nice half. He's gotten to the foul line for 5 attempts, and he also has 6 rebounds.
Corey Blunt starting in place of Robert Horry, who's not here tonight. It was the birth of his son in Houston. Barkley tried to pass it through Kobe Bryant to Bullard, who was spotted up out at three-point land. Kobe kicked it. New shot clock. 9:03 to go in the quarter.
Now, see, in the NBA, you're allowed to use your forearm on a post-up player. You put your hand in his back, they'll call a foul immediately.
There he hit it this time. Just went right back to it. Bullard misses the three. Actually an excellent three-point shooter, but not so far tonight. Kobe Bryant quickly to Derek Fisher. Open. Missed the three. Matt Maloney now on the run. It's 1 against 3, and he'll slow it down. Almost had it over and back there. Scottie Pippen, 1 for 10 in the first half. Double team. Bullard will try it again. Gets it this time.
He's such a great shooter. You know, throughout his career, he's always been able to shoot in the high 30s or low 40s. He's in there for a purpose. They're using Pippen at the 2-guard position, and you must play Bullard out at the top. So if they're going to run that double teamer from the top of the circle down, Bullard will be open.
Bryant pulls up and shoots it. Barkley rebounds it for his 8th rebound of this game. Bullard shot 42% from beyond the arc last year. Speaking of beyond the arc, Pippen, he didn't shoot well really from three-point land last year with the Bulls, but does have a good three-point shot.
Well, Scotty loves to shoot the 3 in transition.
Timeout. L.A. 22nd timeout, the indication. Lakers by 3 as the Rockets are making a mini run here. It's been a game of runs. Rockets with a 19-4 run to close out the first half took the lead. Lakers came back, went out 9-0 in this period, and now the Rockets have scored 3 since the timeout was called, and it's back to a 3-point game. Our next 3 games coming up on Turner Sports. First of all, on TBS on Monday, Lakers at the Spurs. The Spurs going to be good again with Robinson and Tim Duncan. And Boston plays at Miami on Tuesday at 8 on TNT, and San Antonio at Philadelphia Friday at TNT. And now it is a full timeout. We'll be back in a moment.
Lakers and Spurs, Monday night at 8. The NBA's on the Superstation.
Introducing the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee. While it boasts a new uniframe construction, a quieter, more powerful engine, and an agile suspension for a refined ride, rest assured, it's still as rugged as ever.
Welcome back, sir.
The all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most capable sport utility ever. And Peterson's 4-Wheel and Off-Road Magazine's 4x4 of the year.
In the month of February, summon your strength. The time for turning the other cheek has passed. Grit your teeth. Who is responsible? And prepare to give your all. You don't know what it is to be intense. Because TNT is about to get tough. Rock and roll! When the tough get going, this is where you'll find them. Right here. All this month on TNT.
The millennium is upon us, but one thing will never change. Guys love girls in bikinis. Travel the globe and see swimsuits, lots of swimsuits. Swimsuits that will make 99 a year to remember. With supermodel host Heidi Klum. I love you. Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 99. The wait is over. Premieres Wednesday night at 8, exclusively on TNT.
Every fan that came to tonight's game and every fan that attended tonight's game around the league received a CD, and it says, "I still love this game." Now, Shelby, one of your favorite songs is on the back, and it's by Will Smith, "Getting Jiggity with It." So I'm going to send it back over to you. Make sure I picked up this CD for you, buddy.
Translation on that for Hubie. Hubie's calling for a translation.
Listen, in a few more years, my grandchildren will be dancing to that.
Eddie Jones hard to the hoop. Is he all right? He went down hard. Comes up limping a bit. Limping a lot right now. He can hardly stand up. He's leaning on Matt Bullard. Barkley backing in. Can't call a timeout with Houston with the ball. Double team. Pass into Akeem. And he muscles it in, but it's going to have an offensive foul.
Oh, boy.
Wave off the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call. You see, they go with the lob. You can see Eddie Jones is really hurting here right now. Gary Vitti, the trainer, is going right to him. Now, keep an eye on Eddie right here. As he makes his move, there's your crossover, and as he goes up, bam, there it happens. Olajuwon up over the top.
May have landed on Olajuwon's foot. Couldn't see it from that shot. He's on the side, being treated by Gary Vitti at the moment. Jack. Easy off the glass. He is looking so smooth. I know smooth and Shaq don't go together, but he's looking smooth offensively.
Jump hook is there. The drop step power move. He's taking it either way, going strong.
Olajuwon comes back, doesn't get the bounce. Barkley's there for the offensive board and one.
You have to pay attention to Houston tonight. Mainly because we told you in the first half they had 9 offensive boards. That's how they got back in the game and took the lead. And Barkley has been very, very active this evening. Keep an eye on Charles underneath. See, it's the old story that anytime you want to get to an offensive rebound, many times go behind the backboard and then muscle your way back out and get the other players on your back. Now, Charles is all upset here right now, except he's on the line.
This is the free throw. Did not convert the three-point play, but Charles does have 9 rebounds. We have 6:51 to go in the third period. Lakers by 5.
Now, see, they've already missed 7 foul shot attempts. They're like 10 for 17.
Shaquille, it's spin, won't fall. Barkley battles Torrey Blunt from the seat. Barkley throws it right into the hands of Bullard, and here's Scottie Pippen on the break.
Trailer.
Finds Bullard. Kobe Bryant got the ball before Bullard could get a shot.
Now, that was a very soft move by Bullard going to the basket. He needed another bounce and a two-handed strong stuff. Instead, he elevated early, and that's allowed the Lakers, small people, to get a piece of it. Keep an eye on it right now. Now look to the middle of the lane. You're going to see Barkley take. Now here comes Bullard right down the middle. See, he takes off right there, except there was no lift.
56-51 LA. 6:28 to go third period. Fisher defended by Maloney. Turnover story even at 11 now. Bryant. Ball fakes. Fisher got the bounce out. Throws it right into the hand of Pippen. Oh, Derek Harper, I'm so sorry you did that. I would like to have seen Scotty.
Yeah, and it's 2.
Acrobatic.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to give him 2 shots on that right now. See, Scottie Pippen did an excellent job. He plays the passing lanes as well as anyone who has played the game. Now, anytime that you get a post player who's double teamed, when the post player passes the ball out of the double team, will you please make the next pass? Because if you make the next pass, you're going to be wide open. Derek Fisher tried to force the action that time, and then Pippen was allowed to shoot the gap.
Scotty struggling shooting the ball tonight all night long. Missed that free throw. By the way, good news for Eddie Jones, who went out limping badly. He was kneed in the quadricep on that drive to the basket. And with some treatment and stretching, he's up now and will come back in the ballgame shortly.
How about this matchup? Bullard on Harper.
Elden Campbell takes it to the hoop, and he's fouled.
You got to understand, that's really an interesting matchup for Houston. And you will see if Harper will take him off the dribble. And there it goes right in there. Good, strong move. And you had Barkley hit him, and also Olajuwon hit him, and they could have taken whoever. What are we going to do here right now? We'll just throw a dart at the board, blindfolded, and wherever it hits, that's who has the foul.
For Rudy Tomjanovich, it was a good option from the officials because Olajuwon's carrying 3 fouls, and that was Charles Barkley's first personal. And Campbell, this is from the free throw line. Elden Campbell is a 69% free throw shooter from 1998, 97, 98.
We expected this type of play. We expected runs. You expect shoddy play, turnovers, guys not hitting it. Why? This is a big game. The defenses are further ahead than the offensive continuities. The teams do not have in all of their offensive sets yet. They'll progressively get to that as we move through the season.
8 on the shot clock. Derek Harper punched it away from Bullard. Maloney now with 5. He's going to have to force it up and gets it on the line drive.
That's bailing you out. That's bailing your club out. What a tough shot by Matt.
Houston to within 2 points. Houston led by 3 at the half, but a 9-0 LA run put the Lakers back in charge, and Houston now with an opportunity to tie the game. Olajuwon working on Shaq. The fadeaway.
Hey, see, Shaq will let him do that all night long.
Barkley got the rebound. Campbell fouled it.
And once again, Charles Barkley on the offensive glass. See, Barkley is hurting them in this quarter right now. He's doing an excellent job following the misses. Now, you know, if you're Shaq, you want the team to continue to throw the fade. You say, yeah, but he made that in other years. Well, he's not making it tonight. That's the main thing. Just stay out of the lane, big fella. I'll give you that fadeaway until you make it.
Campbell with 4 personals and Travis Knight in for the Lakers. Knight who came back to the Lakers in a trade for Tony Petit. He's a rookie with the Lakers. Played for Boston last year. Now defending Barkley. That's the 7-footer out in there. And Kobe Bryant got another block. That's 3 blocks tonight for Bryant.
Now, Kobe's doing all of the stats himself tonight. And he's had a very nice game in steals, in blocks. But right there, Charles Barkley definitely got back. Oh, what a break.
Barkley got the loose ball and throws down the jam and has 15.
What a break.
It's tied at 56.
2 Lakers took off for the fast break. The old story. Get the ball first before you leak out on the break.
Shaquille gets the double team. Derek Harper going to take it right back into him. Gets the double again. But he goes to the right side and shoots with his right hand.
See, he shaped up. He passed the ball out of the double team and then set up deeper in the lane.
He just knocked it away from Olajuwon for a moment there. He's really having his problems with Shaquille tonight. Harper got a hand on that. Pippen, 8 on the shot clock, stripped away from Pippen by Fisher. Here's Derek Harper against Bullard. Foul, Matt Bullard.
That was just a smart move by an old-timer. This is a 15-year career guy who understood, I'm taking it right in the chest of Bullard. Bullard is going back. He's not a shot blocker, and he forced the contact.
Harper to the free throw line. Derek Harper, 69% free throw shooter at Orlando last year, where he played in 66 games for the Magic. Hubie, pay attention here. I know you're watching the ball game. Wednesday night on TNT, supermodel Heidi Klum hosts the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit Special 99 behind-the-scenes look at the making of this year's issue. Really interesting documentary about television and film, only on TNT. Heidi Klum. Heidi Klum. 60-56 Lakers by 4. 4 minutes to go, third period. What a matchup it's been tonight with Kobe Bryant and Pippen. Bryant with 3 block shots. Illegal defense to call on the Lakers. That's the second.
This is the first time tonight where they've hit Scottie Pippen below the foul line on the wing and allowed him to look at a one-on-one. He was going to take him. Unfortunately, Olajuwon came into the picture and then went away. That's when it caused the illegal defense.
Maloney hits the free throw. Houston will retain possession of the ball as you look at scores from around the NBA tonight. You see that Toronto went into Boston and beat the Celtics tonight.
And that's after the Boston hammering them in 2 exhibition games.
A lesson learned.
Oh, I'll tell you, Toronto really has a nice team. You know, their front line of Willis, Oakley, and Vince Carter, the great rookie out of the University of North Carolina. Not good.
Not bad at all. Knicks are going to really miss Oakley. And Pippen down the baseline with a soft touch is now 2 for 13, and we have a 1-point Lakers lead.
You know, whenever a player is struggling, you like to see him get a layup or a post-up where he can take a player. It's about time they start honoring him and letting him take a Kobe Bryant down inside.
10 on the shot clock. Bryant passes to Derek Harper. Misses the jumper. Here comes Pippen again.
You love about, I'm sorry, Bob, but you love about Scottie, it doesn't matter what he's shooting. He's still working the game. He's doing all of the intangible things that coaches love.
Yeah, 1 of 10 in the first half. His team was +8 when he was on the floor. Barkley, fade away. Rebound, Kobe Bryant. He has 8 rebounds to go with his 3 block shots. Eddie Jones with a ill-advised pass there and 13 points. Kobe Bryant has only 1 point in this third period.
Now just keep an eye here on Pippen. You're going to see him flash into the post, and when he catches it, it almost looks like he's behind the board. See, he can take Kobe down in there. There's no double teaming. Nice pump fake up and in.
2 things about Kobe Bryant. Bill Harris said he didn't know if he wanted to start him because once he starts him, he may have to start him for the rest of his career. Didn't know if he was ready yet. And Kobe Bryant's presence on the court is making such a tremendous difference. It may be difficult to get him out of the starting lineup. That 3 from Eddie Jones.
That's where they made the extra pass. Out of the double team, 2 passes, boom, you get the open shot. Now, the reason why that was so good, because in that first half, Eddie Jones 0 for 4 in threes.
Houston only 1 of 7 from beyond the arc in this game tonight. One of the better three-point shooting teams in the NBA. Certainly most prolific last year, most attempts in the league.
Yeah, you know, Bryant got a piece of that.
Missed the reverse. Barkley follows. Barkley Pippen.
Barkley's man is helping out all the time, and Barkley is making them pay by getting on the glass.
2-point Lakers lead. 2 minutes to go, third period. Eddie Jones cut to the hoop, couldn't find it. Kobe Bryant. 4-3. Kobe's got 16 points. How is Del Harris going to take Kobe Bryant out of the starting lineup? Rick Fox bone spurs tonight. Kobe Bryant, surprising start. Good pass inside Charles Barkley. Now starting to fill it up. 17 points in the game. He has 19 points in the game. He has 8 in this period.
Well, they have no one who can play him. He's just too strong and too quick down inside.
Shaq down on the baseline where he's worked really well tonight. Shaquille with 20 points. Ho-hum, just 20 points.
Shaq looks great tonight, Bob. I mean, he's so quick. His moves are great, and he's up over the top of everybody on the release of the ball.
Illegal defense to call again, and playing in sync. Playing in flow with the rest of the offense.
Yes, he is. No, and any time that he's double-teamed hard, he's getting the ball out of there and finding the man. Now, Jimmy Clark right now blew the whistle that time and called a delay a game on the referees. He wanted to get something straight with the table.
So simply a timeout, and Houston will inbound with 1:10 to go in the period. Only 10 seconds on the shot clock, shooting this quarter. You see in the lower third of your screen, Barkley backing in on Travis Knight. Up and under. Shaquille comes over the block, but commits the personal foul. That'll be 3 on Shaq.
Now, see, Barkley's all pumped up because, see, he's feeling a major part of this game tonight. Now, Charles has 19 points. He has 12 rebounds, 4 offensive boards. Now, that's over a 7-foot guy. Now, you can see it right there. He's so big, broad across the shoulders, that once he makes that up and under move on you, you've got to elevate if you're going to get a clear block. Because he's taking you right to the rim.
And clearly more elevation than he's had in the last few years.
Yes. Oh, no, I'm happy for him because, you know, today, Bob, when he told me to us, you know, he just feels good, you know, to have the hernia operations out of the way. And he just feels that this year is going to be a banner year for him.
You know, he was looking for extra tickets for the game tonight. And I told him you had a couple extra, but he was so fearful of you, he was afraid to ask. He did not ask you for your tickets.
Charles and my oldest daughter, Molly, were at the University of Auburn together, and they're very good friends. And Charles wanted to see the pictures of her family and the baby today.
And forgot to ask for the ducats. He sure went to me for it, though. 20 and 12 for Charles tonight, 21 and 12. Minute to go, third period. Lakers by 3. Looks like we're going to have a good fourth quarter here at the Great Western Forum. Sellout crowds all around the NBA on this opening night. Sean Rooks with his first entry into the game this year. Got the offensive board, but first a loose ball foul.
That's the first time that Sean Rooks has been in the game. But during the course of his career, in a number of stops, he's been in the league for 6 years. He was drafted, you know, by Dallas in the old days. In '92, he's been with Minnesota, Dallas, Atlanta, okay, Los Angeles Lakers. And what he does is he's a good scorer, a good offensive player, and when you think about it, he's their third center. Not bad.
And he's big. That was an offensive foul on Travis Knight, setting a moving pick. John Rooks, 6'10", 260, big body, 29 years old. Matt Maloney gets the pick, back to Bullard. Bullard is going to lean in and hit the bucket. And let's go to Ernie Johnson for some bonus coverage.
Thank you very much, Bob. Good to bring you some bonus coverage tonight. This is not exactly the way Seattle envisioned the Paul Westphal era beginning. Here they are at home playing the season opener, all tied up at 84 with the Dallas Mavericks with just 4.9 seconds to play, and the Mavericks have the ball. We turn it over to Jim Durham and Bob Ortegel for the call.
Upgraded themselves in the decision-making area. And now, of course, is when you need to make the great decisions in the final seconds of the game.
And that's why Nelson has had the ball in the hands of Nash while trying to run down the shot clock. You might play it a little differently if you were at home. But remember now, I love the substitution by Nelson. Hubert Davis comes into the game. He can shoot the ball. Finley can shoot it. Sabalos can shoot it. Nash can shoot it. And Williams is on the glass.
And Billy Owens is checking in for Seattle. 4.9 for regulation.
Look for Seattle to take a delay of game. Gary Payton will jump into Steve Nash. Look for a delay of game here. Oh, they don't do it.
Nash looking to bring it in. He's got Sabalos. Sabalos driving on Owens. Lost the ball to Baker, whose three-quarter of the court shot hits the glass. And we've got overtime on opening night here at Seattle.
Oh, that was too close.
It really was. We'll be back with a 5.
So that's bonus coverage here on TNT on opening night. The Mavericks and the Supersonics heading to overtime at Key Arena. We'll keep you up to speed on that game as the night goes on. Back after this.
Day 82. Coldest day yet. Even the dogs won't move. Still no radio contact and supplies are running low.
Mom? I brought you some cookies and some nice hot cocoa. Bye-bye, dear.
No matter how bad conditions get, there are a few things you can always count on. The Go Anywhere Jeep Cherokee is just one of them. Now get a Cherokee and get all these features at no extra charge.
Some guys are born romantics.
He's looking at you, kid.
But for the rest of us, there's Kay Jewelers.
For over 80 years, we've traveled the world, hand-selecting only the best for you, like Kay's quarter-carat diamond ring and heart pendant in a cherry-finished jewelry box, all just $199.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Kay Jewelers, for a legendary romance like yours.
So, how's the broker biz?
Hey, my client made $2,000 on the market, and he owed it all to me.
What, did you give him some good advice?
No, I meant he owed it to me. In commissions.
Who's looking out for your investments? E-Trade, the #1 rated place to invest online. Get free real-time quotes, 10 times more research, IPOs, all from $14.95. Isn't it time you looked out for #1? Call 1-800-E-TRADE-1 and see why someday we'll all invest this way.
Rogaine Extra Strength works for 4 out of 5 men.
What do you mean works?
Regrows hair, or at least stops hair loss.
My luck, I'll be that 5th guy.
Probably not. But here's our guarantee. Give Rogaine Extra Strength an honest chance. You be the judge. It stops hair loss, or regrows hair, more hair, thicker hair, faster, or we give your money back. Guaranteed. Rogaine Extra Strength works for you, or your money back.
I can't lose.
Now you hear Harper right here. When the ball goes into Shaq, you're seeing the double teamer come from the top. The pass is coming out and over. And that's what we mean. Make 2 passes out of the double team. Once it goes in, there it is. Now here's your rotation, but rotate it, rotate the ball. There it is. And now you have a 2-on-1 on the opposite side of the floor. You have a clear look. Now the Lakers have done an excellent job in taking advantage of that.
The Lakers lead it by 1 the final 12 minutes of this season opener, 1999 from the Great Western Forum. The Lakers and the Houston Rockets, 2 of the contenders for a title in the West.
Oh yeah, come on, Leon, you've got to call that. All right, they call a block on Scottie Pippen. If I'm Scottie Pippen, I'm a little hot right now because I definitely took away the lane. There was no place for Kobe Bryant to go that time. The only thing he could have done was dribble out of bounds.
Foul on Pippen.
Yeah, you see right now, Scotty is saying to Leon, come on, Leon. You know, that's good defense. He could not turn the corner.
2 personals on Scottie Pippen. new shot clock. Kobe's giving him a little grief about it right now. It'll be a nice matchup building for the future here between Bryant and Pippen. Bryant and a lot of forwards.
When you come off the screen and roll, you cannot pick the ball up and step behind the screen unless you're going to shoot the ball, because you have nothing on a roll. You cannot make the pass, and it ends up in a deflection. Now, all you're doing is making the defense easy for Houston.
Matt Bullard picks up his third person.
See, this has been here all night. Eddie, just take Bullard off the dribble every time that he matches up with a point guard or a two-guard.
Shaq split the defense of Pippen and Olajuwon.
Well, Hakeem is kind of shocked that the foul is on him. Oh, they called it on Pippen.
Yeah, the Leon Wood held up 3 and 4 and then dropped one more finger to make
well,
it.
But come on, Rudy didn't even get up. He got up and said, oh, thank goodness.
No kidding. Olajuwon with 3 and now Pippen with 3.
Oh, is it his night tonight? Come on.
1 for 3 from the line. Here's the center matchup. First half 11 and 10. Second half, no scoring by Olajuwon in the third period. Shaq with 10 points. They've got a Papa shot. You know, one of those arcade games that they bring in here to the Great Western Forum and practice, that returns the ball to you, and Shaq actually practices his free throw on an arcade game.
There's that high split.
At 25 cents a pop.
Bullard. Yes, he's murdered. See, he wanted a foul. He's going to Jimmy Clark, and so is Rudy T. Rudy T's close to the tee. By the way, Jimmy Clark says, hey, I didn't call it. He took a 3.
Harper answers.
Oh, yes.
73-70 Lakers.
You've got to get out and play Harper. He's a fearless guy. He'll take that shot. No question about it. He loves top of the circle on either side of the circle. Right or left, that's his game.
Harper with 3 threes tonight. 13 points. Derek Harper playing his first game for the Lakers.
That's a push.
And Barkley will go to the free throw line. Speaking of forwards, Charles Barkley, everybody wondering about Dennis Rodman. You might have heard earlier, our Peter Vesey reported in our first game telecast tonight that Dennis Rodman is going to make a decision on whether or not he's going to be playing for these Los Angeles Lakers in the next 24 to 48 hours. And Craig Sager reported that Dennis Rodman is here in L.A. having dinner tonight and very well may be somewhere with his disguise, who would know, here in the Great Western Forum watching tonight's game.
Now, Bob, you can see why they won, and that is to take care of the defensive rebounding along with Shaq. Now, at the top of the show, we said they've got to improve their foul shooting and taking care of the defensive board and their sporadic three-point shooting. What are we seeing tonight? Sporadic three-point shooting. They cannot take care of their defensive board against a quality inside front line. And if you get Rodman, hey, that takes care of that. They hold you to 1 shot, and then you get second shots because he and Jason Williams are 1 and 2 in offensive rebounding in this league.
See with the Dallas Mavericks, and Seattle went into overtime and had bonus coverage, and now Seattle leading Dallas 88-84 in OT. And there is Kobe Bryant. He has 18.
Nice pass by Harper. Great shot by Kobe. All you have to do when Scotty leaves to help, because Scotty is unselfish defensively, he'll always leave his man to help out someone in the lane. But you got to make that jump shot.
Barkley backing in Sean Rooks. Thinks better of it. Fade away. Nothing but air. Out of bounds off Hakeem Olajuwon. Lakers leading it by 4. Houston better be careful right now. Rudy T very aware of that. He's going to get in the first half star in just a moment.
I was surprised that Barkley forced that shot. You had Olajuwon, not Olajuwon. You had Shaquille O'Neal running at him. He was double teamed. All he had to do was throw the ball into Hakeem, who was posted up inside, and he had an easy play.
After this timeout, I think we're going to see Othella Harrington back into the game for the Lakers. The Rockets, they're trailing by 4.
Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 99 premieres Wednesday night at 8 on TNT.
The marvel of its aerodynamics, the sheer exhilaration of takeoff. It's enough to make an aerospace engineer jealous. Chrysler Concorde. Ranked best premium midsize car in initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates.
now, lease a Concorde LX for $289 a month. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
Monday night, when the lights come on, I get insane. I hear the roar of the crowd, and I scream with it. I think pads get in the way. It's not enough for me just to beat my opponent. I must destroy him. Because on Monday night, the best man is the only man left standing. WCW Monday Nitro on TNT.
11 million viewers. We know who you are.
I live for it.
Stories of pride and passion. Stories so powerful, we had to make them into movies.
I will meet our enemies face to face. I will not surrender.
Pretend you have some feeling for once in your life.
There's not a president, it's a dictator.
Coming this February, a story about being a champion. Passing Glory. TNT, the best movie studio on television.
Lakers by 4, 9:53 to go. Cheryl Miller.
Thanks a lot, Bob. With me is Rick Proctor, and obviously a little disappointed that you're not playing in tonight's game.
Very disappointed. Never missed the opener, and hoping to get back real soon.
What exactly is the status of your foot?
It hurts. Nah, it's bone spur in there. We're trying to obviously hope it calms down a little bit so I can get back out there. And if the inflammation swelling goes down, I'll be there.
All right, hopefully you have a speedy recovery. Let's go back to you, Bob.
All right, thanks, Cheryl. You two make a nice couple, though. No, I don't even want to go there, do I? Not knowing the background. I heard you, Cheryl. Kobe Bryant from Shaq.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
21 for Bryant. How is Joe Harris going to get him out of the starting lineup?
21 points, 8 rebounds. He's 8 for 17 from the floor. He has 3 blocks. Not a bad night.
10 on the shot clock. So usually he's played 34 minutes, too, really. We have 9 left. He could easily play 40-plus minutes tonight.
Bad shot by Scotty that time.
Only 2 of 15 from the floor tonight, Pippen.
Come on now, you can't be going away from the big fella. They have not stopped the big fella all night long.
Bryant's going to pull up. They haven't stopped him on that either, but that was short front edge. You see now Seattle up 90-84 with a minute 35 left in that overtime game. Rebound. Shaquille O'Neal, who has 12 tonight. Shaq averaged 11-4 on the season last year. 8:39 to go in the ball game. Lakers up by 8. Fourth foul on Olajuwon.
Now see that move right there should be illegal. I'm telling you. Now all he does, that's right. Now we're talking Olajuwon 6'10", 260. All right, right now he's giving him, as we said, at least 50 pounds. Once he puts his back into you, catches you on his shoulder, there is nothing you can do about it. Absolutely nothing, except foul. Well, how many fouls can you do when you're Hakeem Olajuwon without jeopardizing your team? So now you put him on the line and he's made 3 in a row.
And Hakeem is carrying 4 personals now with a lot of time left, 8:39.
Shaq last year was voted the starting center on the All-NBA team. Now, last year, he was in the top 8 in field goal percentage, scoring, rebounds, and blocks. That is unheard of. And he does it every single year.
Lakers up by 10. They're on an 8-0 run at the moment. 10 of the shot clock. Pippen struggling from the floor. Gets that one to fall. Looks like he was in his rhythm, too.
Well, you see, anytime you come off that screen and roll on the side, Bob, and they play that soft, he'll get that shot.
Speaking of Hakeem Olajuwon carrying his 4 fouls, remember Antoine Carr had surgery last Wednesday. He's going to be out 4 to 6 weeks, and he was expected to be able to spell Hakeem Olajuwon, put a big body in there.
Out!
Rim rattler, Shaquille O'Neal. He has 26.
They're up. They're on their feet here. That was impressive.
Lakers by 10. Timeout, Rockets. The backboard just now stopped shaking. The man. 7:48 to go. We'll be right back.
Watch him. Quick feet. He's got the quick feet.
EA Sports presents Cybertron. They're back. They're back. They're back. The NBA on NBA Live 99. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Is it the Chrysler Sebring LXi Coupe or the Chrysler Sebring Limited Convertible? Multi-valve V6, speed-sensitive steering, room for you and 3 friends, and a luxurious leather-trimmed interior. Now, the choice is yours. Get 1,000 cash allowance on the Sebring Coupe and on the Sebring Convertible. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
Hey, how you doing? You doing all right?
You know that we missed you, and it's been a long time since we've heard the roar of the crowd.
It's a pleasure for us to be back.
Jump off.
Who's back? Who's back? The Jazz!
Nice seeing y'all out here and see y'all during the season.
Celtic Seats, Tuesday night at 8. The NBA's back on TNT.
We have Scottie Pippen on a screen and roll right here. Here comes the screen. You're going to see Kobe Bryant run right into the screen. But because Shaq is back here, this area will open up every time for Scottie. Scottie can get that shot. Now, whether he runs it to the baseline or he runs it to the middle of the floor, that's open for him. And you got to get him some shots because he's only 3 for 16. But we still have 7 minutes and 40 seconds to open this guy up.
Illegal defense call, and Pippen has played 36 of the 40 minutes tonight. And speaking of stats, a -1 for Houston. Olajuwon has been held scoreless the last 21 minutes and 40 seconds.
Well,
and O'Neal has scored 18 in that same time.
Yeah, Bob, but you see, we made a point about that. How many times have they gone to him? Very few. And then the times that they did go to him, what did he do? He threw the fadeaway jump shot. Well, coaches now get a little annoyed with that, especially if they say, look, you got to take the big fella into the paint and get him to play you and possibly foul you.
Yeah, O'Neal only 2 fouls in the entire ball game with 7:38 to go.
Yeah, I'm very big. Anytime you got a great score and another guy is working on him, you got to get him the ball so he can work back.
Olajuwon penetrated the paint, then dished off, and the foul on the Lakers. I want to remind you, coming up on NBC on Sunday, NBA Showtime at 12:30, followed by Miami versus New York, Indiana at Detroit. One of those 2 games you'll see, depending on where you live in the country, at 1 o'clock Eastern. And then Utah at LA at 3:30. The other team, along with San Antonio and Houston, that most people feel, and perhaps Seattle also, will be the top contenders in the West.
Right now, the Lakers just have to stay within. Up a little half-court trap that time while they're using Othello Harrington to lead Brooks to run at a quick trap. Everyone else is playing man-to-man.
Bryant into Shaquille, double team, pass Sean Rooks.
Now, let me tell you something. You never double team up and allow a guy underneath for a layup.
Shaq has 5 assists tonight. Go along with his 26 points.
There's a cardinal rule of trapping. You can always trap down without getting burned. But when you trap up, now just keep an eye on this. Once this ball goes into Shaq, hold it right there. You're going to see the man come on the double team up. But what happens is his man goes to the rim and you pay a price. You always look under. See, the rotation was late. That's bad basketball.
4 personals now on Kobe Bryant, who fouled on that last play. Matt Bullard, long-range 3, rebound. Kobe Bryant. Both teams have committed 4 team fouls, and the next foul by either will send the other to the free throw line. Punched away by Hakeem Olajuwon. Then gotten back
Lakers
by Eddie Jones. O'Neal kept it alive out of bounds off LA, Houston ball.
Lakers get lucky 2 ways. Houston had a fast break. They lose the basketball. And then, unfortunately for them, they missed what I would consider, you know, it was a difficult shot, but still in all, it could have been a layup.
Barkley back in the ball game working on Sean Rooks. He's going to shoot the fadeaway.
Yeah, I'm surprised he settled, Bob. See, a jump shot to me in a situation like that is settling. Mainly because Rooks cannot play Charles if he takes him strong off the dribble inside. And you know he's going to foul him because Rooks hasn't had that much playing time here tonight. And anytime Charles uses that up and under stuff and the power drops them, you know, Charles is in business here.
Olajuwon moving away from the basket on Shaquille O'Neal, wanting to use his quickness here.
He's got to take him.
Dickerson gets the feed.
Blocked by Eddie Jones. Came from nowhere. Trailing Dickerson.
Eddie Jones with 2 blocks tonight. Kobe Bryant with 3. Shaq easily moving Olajuwon out of the way, but missed the shot. It's going to be L.A. ball. Look at this Eddie Jones block.
Now,
athleticism.
Yeah, nice pass by Olajuwon. Dickerson is right in. You see, he blew right by Eddie, but Eddie recovers.
L.A. Lakers with 10 blocks tonight, only 1 for Houston. And by the way, they just corrected, the L.A. Lakers have committed only 3 team fouls. Houston has committed 4.
You know, last year, Bob, they blocked 7 shots a game. They were 3rd in the league. Yeah, they've got it. They've got all kinds of athletes here.
Harper is going to take the 3.
Nothing but net in his debut with the Lakers.
Harper has 4 threes and 16 points.
The only reason why I'm laughing, Kobe was yelling. He was yelling for him to make the extra pass, and Harper just gave him a look.
You see that overtime game at Seattle. It was tied 84-84. Seattle wins it in overtime. Game effort by the Dallas Mavericks tonight, and the Lakers have their biggest lead at 88-76 and 5:17 to go. Olajuwon. Rooks got on him quickly. He's thinking about taking that jump shot, but the foul on the drive.
See, Rooks is a good, solid, backup big man in this league. But when guys like that come in the game and you get the ball facing the basket 10 to 15 feet, you've got to take them strong off the dribble. Because basically they usually cover you for 1 step. The second step, it's either a foul or you got to clear a shot.
Pippen, 5:05 to go in the ball game. Back into Pippen. And he gets it to follow. That was a good give and go.
Yes, it was. And a beautiful push-off as Kobe got caught. Scottie Pippen pushed him off right in the back.
Derek Harper picked up his free agent to back up Derek Fisher, and he may end up playing more minutes than Fisher, and certainly will probably be in at the close of the game if tonight's effort is any indication. Shaq missing this time.
Well, the last 3 shots he has left right on the front of the rim.
All alone for the cherry pick is Michael Dickerson. He had leaked out on that play.
You know, he's hear this video and come after you the next game. He's going to say that was not a cherry pick. That was blazing speed out on the break.
It's the only way I can relate to it. It's the only way I can understand the concept. Next week on Turner Sports, on Monday night on TBS, the Lakers, these same Lakers, going to San Antonio. Boston plays Miami Tuesday on TNT, and San Antonio again at Philadelphia on Friday. Philadelphia, a lot of changes. Allen Iverson is signed. They could be a really exciting young team this year in the East. Lakers by 8. Plenty of time left. 4:21.
The feel of smart design is the feel of flexibility. Tracer FX is the only razor that flexes to cover every sensitive curve. A design so smart, you can feel it. Schick, the feel of smart design.
At first, Ramada and Holiday Inn may look similar. So to set us apart, at Ramada, we always give our personal best. At Ramada, we throw ourselves into our work. For reservations, call 1-800-2-RAMADA.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Human Cannonball!
eat less fat. Subway's great tasting freshly made tuna sub has 40% less fat than McDonald's filet of fish. Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Don't look at me.
Shaquille O'Neal with 26 in this ballgame. Lakers up by 8. And look at this center matchup. Hakeem Olajuwon has had a nightmare in the second half.
Well, you have to look at it and say the catches in areas that he feels comfortable in. In the first half, Hakeem had 11 points, and he had 6 rebounds. Shaq had 10 points and 7 rebounds. It was a wash. But in this half, we can see that the big fella, O'Neal, has stepped it up. But then again, you always have to look at catches. Where are they getting the ball? Are they getting it in their best area? Nice steal by Brown.
Wanted to hit Maloney.
Oh, beautiful.
With the one-touch pass from the rookie who's playing. He is a 23-year-old rookie, but he's playing like he's been in the league before. Michael Dickerson.
Yeah, that was very nice. It's always good to see people make the extra pass for an uncontested layup.
4 minutes to go in this ballgame.
Another steal. Oh, great.
Look at Dickerson
Take
again.
It strong. Take it strong.
And he went to his left hand, protected the ball with the hoop. Mercy.
Now, you have to love that move, Bob, because he was stretched out, and he had the presence of mind to change hands, to make the left-handed shot.
8-0 run for Houston. It is a 4-point game with 3:37 to go. It's been a game of runs.
Yes, it has.
No, look at that. Pippen hit the ball right back to Shaq. Splits the double team and one. 28 for Shaq. Unstoppable.
Well, that's just sheer power. Plus the ability to have a soft touch. You have to give him credit. He has a beautiful touch. Now remember, he left his last 3 on the front of the rim. Now Pippen is back down in there. Olajuwon, they're really going after him right now.
And Olajuwon just picked up his 5th personal foul with 3:28 to go.
Gonna leave him in the game, no doubt about it.
You know, I mentioned that Antoine Carr is out 4 to 6 weeks, who would hope to spell him some. The Houston Rockets did sign just today officially Stanley Roberts, who also hopes to provide a big body and backup of the team, because there's really no backup for Olajuwon.
Well, you know, they say, well, we use Pete Miller until Antoine Carr comes back, but you know what? He's giving away too much size. They can shoot over the top of him.
Barkley against Eldon Campbell. Fade away from Charles.
Hey, Charles working tonight, Bob. He is working. He's working hard, and he's getting his shot. I was just kind of surprised. He's just forced 2 from the corner.
26 points on 17 shots for Charles Barkley. He's been impressing me for 17 years. 2 of those are at Auburn.
Right, through his career, he's a 54% shooter.
Bryant missing. Follow Eddie Jones. Rebound. Barkley.
Get it out. You got a chance here.
Rockets trail by 4. Lob was just missed. Looking for Dickerson, not Maloney.
I'm telling you, when you see that, Matt Maloney's going to cringe when he looks at the video tomorrow. You know why? Because you had a 3-on-2. If he just would have pounded it right into the middle. See, all that sensational stuff is great. Except this is a big game. That was a lost opportunity, a 3-on-2. You want a layup in a 3-on-2.
10-2 Rockets run last 2 minutes 10, and you see that 4 points off Lakers turnovers. It's a 4-point LA lead with 2:30 to go in this ball game. Bryant with the spin. Laker ball. Did you see Kobe go to his left past Scottie Pippen?
Just keep an eye on this now. Like so he told you now, he's just so good going with either hand. Now, does he get fouled? Yes, he did. He got fouled. He got fouled right on the wrist. 5 seconds here.
Timeout. Kobe had to call it.
Call it 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Both teams, by the way, have 3 full timeouts left. Rockets are over the limit. Lakers have committed 14 fouls. Coming up right after the game, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, Pete Vesey on Inside the NBA. New faces in new places. We're seeing some of that here tonight. Scores and highlights from opening night. Some interesting scores from Orlando.
Orlando looked good tonight.
Yes, they did.
A little bit that you and I had a chance to watch them.
Did some of that half court look like Chuck Daly ball or what?
Now, here's your game reset. Houston, 3 fulls and a 20. They're in good shape. Neither team can give a foul. Lakers 3, no 20. So from now to the end of the game, timeout's not a problem. You'd be able to call it and move the ball a half court.
Despite Houston's offensive struggles, Pippen has struggled. Olajuwon hasn't scored a field goal in the second half of play. They're within 4.
They're right there.
2:25 to go. Derek Harper, you see him getting the playing time here at the end of the ballgame instead of Fisher. Shaquille went to his left hand. Rebound Campbell, first to foul.
You see, they used Barkley that time on Shaq. Barkley put all of his weight into Shaq's lower body and forced the miss. And unfortunately, on the other side, Olajuwon goes for the foul.
And fouls out of the game with only 11 points, none in the second half. And onto the floor comes Othella Harrington, who had a very good first half, the third-year 6'9", 235-pound forward from Georgetown. Campbell is only 1 of 4 tonight from the free throw line. Thought it was Shaq, but it's only 1 of 4. 2 of 5 now. Rough debut for 1999 for the Dream. Campbell 1 out of 2.
Oh, yes.
Stole the rebound and put it back. 93-86.
He went right up over the top of Othella Harrington.
Both teams in the bonus now with 2 minutes to go. Shaq with 14 rebounds.
2 minutes. 2 minutes to be in this ball game.
Barkley got his own loose ball rebound.
See, when he goes down in there, Kobe Bryant is leaving Pippen and coming down to help as much as possible.
Barkley gets the basket and the foul. Charles has 15 rebounds and 28 points tonight. He has been the offensive story for the Rockets.
Bob, we've been saying this all night. He can take all of these big people off the dribble if he just explodes. See, he came up under the other side of the basket wide. Campbell is a shot blocker. 7 straight years, over 100 blocks. Barkley negated the shot blocking by taking it under the rim. Campbell could not come across for the block.
Last year with his groin problems, his hernia, you would see Charles Barkley back in, back in, back in. Now you see him turning and facing up against the big man and taking it to the hoop. 93-89, Lakers by 4. Still a lot of time in this game. Minute 42, both teams in the bonus.
Now, you like to play inside out. Now, you have the big fella down there who's being played by Barkley. He can shoot over the top of Barkley anytime.
10 on the shot clock. Pippen got his arm in there and committed the foul. That's 4 on Pippen.
Now, we told you, both teams are in the penalty. No fouls to give. See, this young guy is so tough off the dribble. When you think last year he scored 16 points a game, he only played 26 minutes. But if you notice, he has the ability, because of his God-given athletic talent, to get to the foul line. All of the great ones get to the foul line. And he is usually there 6 to 8 to 9 times a night.
Kobe Bryant gets them both. He has played 42-plus minutes tonight, Hubie.
Well, Dell wasn't fooling.
He said he might play all 48. Yeah. 95-89, Lakers by 6. Minute and a half to go.
You've been living in a bomb shelter most of your life.
He's not from the neighborhood.
Sky! I have never seen anything like it before!
She's not the girl next door.
This is your first visit to La La Land.
But on February 12th,
I told you I've never driven before.
opposites attract.
I do not fall in love with weirdos.
Yes, you do.
I've only known for 5 days.
Yes, you do.
Brendan Fraser, Alicia Silverstone, Blast from the Past. PG-13. Starts Friday, February 12th.
Stolen moments with the one you love. Is it wrong?
Heck no. Not if you love that one-of-a-kind 2 all-beef patty taste of McDonald's Big Mac.
Calling all units. Be on the lookout for the Hamburglar.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
The NBA on TNT, brought to you by EA Sports and NBA Live 99. If it's in the game, it's in the game. By Chrysler, built on the belief that while all cars appeal to our practical side, the great ones appeal to our more passionate side. By Subway, the way a sandwich should be. And by Schick, the feel of smart design.
Little pub for our parent company. Glad to do it. 95-89, Lakers by 6 with 1:30 remaining in this game. Akeem Olajuwon on the bench. He fouled out with only 11 points, none in the second half. And there's your game reset. Lakers with 3 and no 20s. Neither team with a foul to give. Houston 2 and 1. Rockets have the ball. Bullard will be on the floor with Maloney, Michael Dickerson, the rookie, who has been impressive tonight, Barkley, and Scottie Pippen.
They're going to keep working Barkley here versus Elton Campbell. Now watch Kobe Bryant coming to help as much as possible.
Kobe, where are you? Not there.
Well, that time mainly because Pippen did not stay at the top of the circle. He brought him right down to the box. So if Kobe would have double teamed, Scottie Pippen would have been on the offensive board.
Barkley, 31 points, 15 rebounds tonight for Charles. Minute to go in the ball game. 95-91, Lakers by 4. Bryant saw the opening. Double clutch and this foul.
Yeah, that was good call. Now that time when Scottie rotated down inside, he didn't think that he undercut him. But from the angle of the referee and from our angle at half court, like here, now just watch as he makes his move right here. See, Scottie thought he was there except for one thing. He was inside of the dotted line, and that's automatic now. See, now just keep an eye on it. See, once he goes down inside, see, you cannot step inside of that dotted line area. That's to protect the high flyers from being undercut.
And Exhibit A, Kobe Bryant. By the way, Del Harris says everybody's talking about Kobe growing an inch. You know, he's only 20 over the seat. Del says it's the hair.
I'm not even commenting. All I know is he plays big.
Yeah. If he has grown an inch,
yeah, I don't care. I don't care if he's 6'6", 6'7", or 6'8". He plays big.
Matters not at all. Lakers by 6 now with just under a minute remaining.
A year can seem like an eternity. The wait is over.
Welcome to Sports Illustrated 1999.
Swimsuit 99 with supermodel host Heidi Klum. It's Wednesday night at 8 on TNT.
New Orleans, 1965. High school basketball was a religion, but there were two very separate churches.
Just one game, a true city championship.
You gotta go make things hard. Emmy winners Andre Braugher, Rip Torn, and Ruby Dee star in a movie about what it takes to be a champion. Passing Glory. World premiere Sunday, February 21st at 8, only on TNT, the best movie studio on television.
There's no place like movie heaven.
I love Bogart. The way he uses upper lip there, you'll say, you owe me 16 G's, Sheen, I want it now. He's the great. In Casablanca, what movie is better than that? Were there any special effects in that? Let me think about it. No.
Call your cable company and ask for Turner Classic Movies. Truly movie heaven.
Can't get no heavenlier than that.
Lakers by 6 with just under a minute to go. This is the debut of the new big three for Houston tonight. Barkley, Olajuwon, and Pippen.
Well, we can see Barkley just having a banner night. Olajuwon, we've emphasized the fact, very few catches in the second half in his high percentage areas. Scottie has had a ton of shots. Unfortunately, he's not been able to make them tonight.
4 of 17.
Yeah, and they're still in this game. It's a 6-point game.
Absolutely. Minute left. And in possession of the ball.
That's right. See, and the Lakers, without double teaming, that's one of the very few open threes out of a screen at the top of the circle that they've had all night.
And a big miss for Maloney. 97-91.
Here's your trap.
Bryant flips it. Finds Campbell and Jones. 40 seconds to go.
Run some time. Run some time.
See Kobe Bryant. They want the ball in his hands here. Yep. Pull up jumper. Not there. Barkley got the ball. Dickerson ahead to Maloney.
You're in good shape here.
24 seconds. Barkley for three. Pippen tried to kick it back in and didn't do it. Eddie Jones fouled by Bullard with 16.3 to go, and the Lakers up by 6, and the fans are cheering what is certainly a Lakers victory here in the opener of 1999.
Now in transition right there for Houston, you had to look at it and say, hey, it's a 6-point difference. Does Barkley take that shot, or do you take it in and go for 2? Well, Charles Barkley is a guy that makes big 3-point shots. He had a clean look, and that was an easy look for him, and he's on a roll. He's got over 30 points now. He's in a groove.
And he had the last 7 producing. Right. So you're point well made. Kobe Bryant had 7 in the first quarter, 5 in the second, 4 in the third, 9 in the fourth, 25 in the game. Charles Barkley will have 31 and 15. 16 seconds left. Back for the final ticks of the clock from the Great Western Forum after this.
Adolphus Busch went to Germany every summer looking at different breweries, and he wrote a series of letters back to his son. September the 20th, 1897. I would advise that we buy the finest growths of barley as soon as we can. We cannot make fine malt from inferior barley, and we cannot make fine beer from inferior malt.
You waiting for a page?
Yeah. Hi, sweetie.
Yeah, me too.
Whoa, there she is. That's why I like 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. I can call Sweetie back right now or anytime because it's one low rate all the time. A guaranteed cheap way to call collect. You mind giving me a hand, bro? 1-800-CALLATT. Hey, I like when you page me, sweetie. Hey, can I please get your
Feels great to be back.
Come in.
Wow, come on now.
There, push me by. The intensity, the excitement, the fans, the yelling, the boys are, hey man, on the court, you know what I'm saying? That's why I still love this game.
You want to talk about filling up a stat sheet. Kobe Bryant has done it here tonight in his surprise start with Rick Fox's sore foot. O'Neal 30 and 14, Bryant 25 and 10, but Kobe also has 3 blocks, 2 steals, and 2 assists tonight. Shaq has 6 assists, by the way.
Well, Shaq has done an excellent job in passing out of the double team. He only had about 3 possessions there where Scottie Pippen deflected at least 2 on him, and it didn't give him a clean look. The Lakers just going to sit back here right now. Great win for the Lakers, especially with 2 substitutes filling in at the forward position.
Final score 99-91. Kobe Bryant, his first career double-double tonight, as Bryant had 25 points and 10 rebounds, not to mention his 3 blocks and 2 steals. And Shaquille O'Neal, no slack himself tonight at 31. And Kobe is with Cheryl Miller right now.
Congratulations, your first double-double, 25 points, 10 boards, career high on that, 3 steals. You're making it very difficult for Coach Harris to keep you on that bench.
Well, you know, I'm just ready to get out there and play. I've been working so hard in the summertime, you know. I've been drilling my jump shot all day in the summertime. Tonight just wouldn't fall for me. I think I was a little nervous, but it's all right.
Hey, before the game, or actually earlier in the day, you said that you were looking forward to matching up against Scottie Pippen. How'd you think you did?
I think I did pretty good. I mean, I've been watching him since I was about 8 years old, so I know his game a little bit, but a couple times I forgot about his defensive tendencies, and I let him trap me into some difficult situations, but I thought I did pretty good.
How important was it for the Lakers to get off to a great start this season?
I think it's important. I mean, it was a big game for us, a big challenge for us, but, you know, it's a long road. We have to be in it for the long haul. We can't become too complacent with this victory.
All right, savor the win and a great performance. Good job, Kobe. Let's go back to you, Bob.
Thanks, Cheryl. To put it in perspective, at 20 years old, Michael Jordan was still playing for Dean Smith at North Carolina. This youngster, 20 years old, just signed a $70.9 million contract and may have had a breakout performance for him here tonight. Lakers 99-91 for Hubie Brown and Cheryl Miller and Charles Barkley. This is Bob Neal from the Great Western Forum, and let's go directly to Ernie Johnson in Atlanta.
All right, thank you, Bob. It is 1:08 Eastern Time. Do you know where your highlights are? Right here on Inside the NBA. Next.
And buckle up! He can fly. Pippen shot block. Pippen with a jump hook on the baseline. Gets the roll, and Scottie Pippen with his first hoop of his career with the Houston Rockets.
Down the lane, Henderson. Rejected by Dikembe. His 7th block of the night. Mashburn with a 360, and then he hit the hook. Do you believe that?
Oh, Williams takes it away from Robinson. Alley-oop to Wagner. Oh, if you didn't like that, you don't like NBA basketball.
Come on inside the NBA tonight. Yeah.
On a 12-game opening night, we welcome you to that rough and tumble half-hour highlight fest we call Inside the NBA. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Kenny Smith, an NBA insider here on TNT and on NBC, Peter Vesey. Opening night in the books. Were the games what you thought they'd be? Did they meet your expectations? Where's it all fall?
Once the game started, Ernie, I didn't even think about Michael Jordan being retired.
Really? I bet Scotty did a little bit tonight.
Where's Michael when I need him, right?
I think Jerry Krause thought about him a little bit.
But, and your take on this thing?
Oh, I thought the first night was exciting. I think guys came out with a great deal of energy. And, you know, I had a Basketball Jones going around anyway, so I had watched the Fish That Saved Pittsburgh, and I even rented Steel, so you know I was hungry for some basketball.
Exactly. I like a little more energy when you talk about me being the NBA insider being here, you know. And
on NBC.
Right.
Bob Costas was here at halftime.
Right.
Okay. Hey, look at these crowds. 16,000, 19, 17, 17, 19, 17. If you thought people were going to stay away in droves, that wasn't the case.
Well, first of all, there were empty seats, but these tickets were sold last year, so I don't think you're going to see any impact. I don't think there's anything to prove that people were in their seats. They had bought the seats. So, you know, the few thousand that didn't show up in certain arenas, they were showing how much they didn't like the lockout.
Well, we have talked at length so far. We have 12 highlights to show you, and I guess we better get going, or else they're really going to yell in my ear. Latrell Sprewell played a regular season NBA game tonight for the first time since November 29th, 1997, 2 days before he choked his Golden State coach P.J. Carlesimo, and the league sat him down for the rest of the year. Sprewell began writing a new chapter in his career tonight with the New York Knicks as they opened against the Magic in Orlando. It was game one of our opening night doubleheader here on TNT. And there you get a look at Spree. He had it going on tonight, too. End of the first quarter, the steal, and Sprewell calls his own number. For two, he had 24 on the night. Isaac Austin, the pickup for Orlando. Off balance in the paint, gets it to go after the bump from Chris Dudley. Sprewell, once again, early third quarter. It's a two-point game at the half. Cuts it to one early in the third. Dr. J a bit concerned that the Magic might let this thing slip away, but it's not going to happen. Darrell Armstrong to Penny Hardaway. Penny only 4 out of 14 on the night, had 12 points. Chuck Daly's guys just poured it on late. They went on a 25-4 run. Darrell Armstrong, Nick Anderson, easy as you please. And Jeff Van Gundy and the Knicks hit the road for the opener and fall hard. 93-85. Ewing goes for 17 and 9. Anderson goes for 19 points and 9 rebounds as the Knicks lose to the Magic 93-85. Let's hear from Latrell Sprewell.
Well, I think I'm still rusty. You know, it felt good to be back out on the floor, definitely, and being a part of the game again. Just, you know, getting booed and all that stuff. It's you know, I'm glad to be out there, no doubt.
Certainly one of the stories of the night. You want to keep track of the new faces, how they did in their debuts. Sprewell, 24, hitting half of his field goals, and Ike Austin scoring 14 points and grabbing 4 rebounds in his debut with the Magic as Orlando wins it over New York. Let's get another perspective on this game as Orlando wins the opener from Kenny Smith, who was in our breakdown area. What's on your mind there, KS?
Well, to me, with the exception of Latrell Sprewell and Allen Houston, they were the only two Knicks that really didn't look like they were in mud. The rest of the Orlando Magic looked like they were ready to play. They came out excited. I thought they did a great job of just coming in there and going after the Knicks. Here you look at just the ball movement here. I think with Horace Grant underneath, you got Patrick Ewing lost on the inside. Ike Austin gets the easy slam. And here, the Knicks were just a little step slow and a moment too late. And here you have Darryl Armstrong, who came in the game and did a great job. The little fella gets up with the cup and throws it down. So just the Magic's energy, they got the crowd involved, and everybody just came out to play. I thought they did a great job with the Orlando Magic.
Chuck Daly's guys out of the troops with a win, out of the gates rather, with a win over the New York Knicks. Meantime, the Wizards and the Pacers, Larry Bird's guys seen by many as the favorites in the Eastern Conference. Been a cohesive bunch during the lockout, practicing a lot, and Chris Mullin had their first 10 points with that sweet lefty stroke. Mitch Richmond, you like this pickup, I know, but he was only 4 out of 9 from the night, Kenny, and 8 points. Mark Jackson working on Rod Strickland, who did not start, came off the bench, and Strickland just treating him like a rental car, goes off the glass for an easy deuce. Bernie Bickerstaff a bit concerned, and he had good reason to. Sam Perkins hitting the J, and Jalen Rose. They got some lefties who can shoot it. Jalen Rose from way outside. And in those new uniforms, the Indiana Pacers playing like champs on opening night. They beat the Washington Wizards 96-81. 16 points for Juwan Howard. Look at the differential at the free throw line. Pacers made 29, which is 20 more than the Wizards did. So the Washington Wizards falling in the opener. New faces here. Mitch Richmond, 8 points, 4 out of 9. Sam Perkins, Big Smooth with 9 points and 7 rebounds. Your take on what we saw to Indiana tonight, Pete?
Well, I think the Pacers showed why they're favorites in the East. They had 48 points from their bench. And as you say, Perkins came up big. Jalen Rose, 16 points, and he plays defense on 3 positions. They are very, very deep.
Remember Reggie Miller last year calling him their point everything on that Indiana squad. Meantime, you still like the way the backcourt's going to shape up. I mean, Rod Strickland's certainly not in game shape yet, just signed this week, and we've seen certainly Mitch Richmond shoot the ball better than that.
Well, Rod seemed like he's the only guy in shape for the Wizards. He came out 27 minutes. He had 12 points, did a great job. I thought overall that it's just a matter of getting cohesive. You know, you have the Wizards, they're kind of a makeshift team right now, and it's going to take them a little bit of time.
You want to know what he signed for?
Yeah.
4 years, $40 million, right? 35 of it is guaranteed. If they don't cut him after the 3rd year, he gets everything guaranteed, the last year.
I don't think they're going to cut him.
No. Well, you never know. By the 4th year, they're going to cut Jason by about that 5th year.
Yeah.
He's not getting that whole $100 million.
Oh, you can say that now that he's out of the studio. Doesn't it seem like about 5 days ago Jason Williams was sitting here?
He might be cut already.
Let's hope not. And we appreciate him being here, by the way. Ordinarily, an opening night matchup of the previous year's NBA finalists would be lead story material. Stop the presses. But with Michael Jordan calling it a career and the champs hardly resembling the team that three-peated, the game loses a bit of its luster, but we do have the highlights. After all, this is Inside the NBA. Let's take you back. June 14th, 98. 6 in a row, or 6 championships for Michael Jordan. Now a new era, and Tim Floyd has got the reins. And Utah hasn't changed much, though Thurl Bailey is back. Those were the 2 points he scored all night on the feed from Jeff Hornacek. Check this out. Rusty LaRue meet Greg Ostertag, and he'll remember that for years to come. Brent Barry, bones with the stick. Had 13 points, fouled out of the game. Jazz come back, Karl Malone, out on the break. He had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Jerry Sloan's guys were up by double digits, and Chicago just kept on hanging around. The offense was provided by Tony Kukoc. Had a 32-point night. Once again, 12 out of 23 from the field. They're only down by 7, 98-91. But then the Jazz put it away. John Stockton, Karl Malone, we'll be saying that a lot too. Tim Floyd, a loser in his debut, winds up 104-96. Utah, the reigning Western Conference champions, winning by 8. Malone had 21 and 8. Kukoc going for 32, hitting 12 out of 23. You learn anything about that game? I know you got your hand raised here.
Two thoughts immediately. The Todd Fuller trade immediately paying dividends for the Jazz. right away. But you know what I want to see, Ernie? I want to see, this is the first time that, correct me if I'm correct. Okay. But I think it's the first time that a European player has a chance to be the leader of an NBA team. So Kukoc has the chance here. Let's see what he can do. He came over here. Everyone said he was the next Pistol Pete Maravich. He's scoring big, but can he lead them to victory?
What's your take on Utah this year? Is this a team with Chicago out of the equation now that's ready to win a ring, or is that old window of opportunity closed? Are the other guys in the West, have they improved themselves so much that they will overtake Utah?
Utah is going to be the same team they was last year. They'll be the same team tomorrow. They're always going to be a good basketball team. They're always going to have people come at them, and they're going to be able to respond. But getting back to Chicago, you know, with Tim Floyd taking his job, you know, they said Jerry Krause kind of threw him a line to help him up and bring him. Sometimes you got to check that line and see if there's a noose there so you don't hang yourself, because I don't know if I'd have taken that job.
Well, they get 32 out of Tony tonight.
Took
and they
this
lose.
one.
I'm hanging, man.
104-96. Have I lost control here just a bit? When Inside the NBA continues, we're tracking other players with new addresses. Chris Webber helps give Sacramento a big-time front line. How'd they do in San Antonio tonight? Tom Gugliotta makes his Phoenix debut tonight. Other debuts, Antonio McDyess back in Denver. And Derek Coleman in Charlotte. We'll be back.
Inside the NBA on TNT is brought to you by the Fannie Mae Foundation, showing America a new way home. And by Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
The human cannonball!
Ow. Eat less fat. Subway's great-tasting, freshly made tuna sub has 40% less fat than McDonald's filet of fish. Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
With the most horsepower in its class, the new Acura TL silences the competition. Of course, with its sophisticated sound-dampened cabin, you probably wouldn't have heard them anyway. The new TL from Acura.
Dandruff, psoriasis, scalp dermatitis. If you asked all the dermatologists listed here to recommend a therapeutic shampoo, Neutrogena T-Gel would come out #1. T-Gel works on all 3 itchy, flaky scalp conditions. Neutrogena T-Gel, it works.
Hurry up, we're missing the best part of the day.
Catch anything yet?
Just a brake job on a Honda.
Pep Boys ASE certified technicians will install quality Rebestos brakes for as low as $79.99. Nationally warranted brakes from $79.99.
Is this living or what? Engine diagnosis. Very high tech.
Pep Boys. Cars like us. People love us.
New Orleans, 1965. High school basketball was a religion, but there were 2 very separate churches.
Just one game. A true city championship.
You gotta go make things hard. Emmy winners Andre Braugher, Rip Torn, and Ruby Dee star in a movie about what it takes to be a champion. Passing Glory. World premiere Sunday, February 21st at 8, only on TNT, the best movie studio on television.
Opening night in the NBA. Thanks for sticking with us tonight on TNT. It is Inside the NBA. In the January rush to sign free agents, there was the intriguing scenario being played out in Phoenix and Denver. When Antonio McDyess stunned the Suns and opted to leave the desert for the mile-high city, Phoenix looked to the east for front court help. They signed Tom Gugliotta from Minnesota. Both guys made their debuts for their new teams tonight. And we'll start with the Minnesota Timberwolves and Denver Nuggets. Nick Van Exel to McDyess. They're down 7 to Minnesota. That's some nice ball movement right here, guys. Check this out. Marbury and Garnett and Joe Smith. And that's pretty nice. 50 to 33. Mike D'Antoni having a rough debut. Van Exel, you know, you've seen him do this a lot for the Lakers. You like the stuff he can do with the clock winding down. He does it again there. Still, they're down 58-45. Rookie Rafe LaFrentz, 11 points, 7 boards in his debut for Denver. Joe Smith, a 23-point lid lifter. Check that out. Minnesota on its way to a victory over Nick Van Exel and Antonio McDyess, who were alone with their thoughts at that point. 110-92. Joe Smith goes for 23. McDyess has 18 points and 7 rebounds to lead Denver. How the new faces do? Joe Smith, that's not bad. 10 out of 11 from the field. And Antonio McDyess going for 18 points and 7 rebounds. How about Gugliotta's bunch? Phoenix and the Clippers playing at the LA Sports Arena. Luke Longley, all 7-2 of them also in there. And Michael Olowokandi, the #1 pick in the NBA draft. Googs going up strong for a couple. Rex Chapman sitting this one out. Olowokandi with a spin and a nice move. They didn't see much of that in Italy, apparently. At the buzzer, Lamond Murray playing beat the clock. It counts, and it's 56-53 Clips. Jason Kidd, wind him up, watch him go. Lays it in off the glass, cuts the lead to 1. The Suns open the third quarter with a 19-2 run. The alley-oop from George McLeod. Chris Ford seeing things that a lot of Clipper coaches have seen before. Another L. 101-92. The Suns over the Clippers. Gugliotta. Man, you talk about a big night. 24 and 17. Olowokandi, 14 points in his debut. Let's talk about this Antonio McDyess situation. A lot of folks were confused by what was going on, why he'd leave Phoenix, why he'd go to Denver. What was up there?
Well, you know, I think he left because, first of all, he's very good friends with Nick Van Exel, and Van Exel was recruiting him there. And also, he thought that Danny Ainge and the franchise disrespected him. He didn't play an awful lot of minutes there. If he was going to be the franchise player, he was only averaging 30 or so minutes, and he wasn't in the game in the fourth quarter when the game was on the line. So all that considered, at the end, he was still reconsidering to come back to Phoenix. Phoenix sent a couple guys over there. Jason Kidd went to recruit him, but they never got a chance to talk to him. They hit him out, and the Nuggets hit him out, and he ended up staying there. It was wild.
One of the biggest things, too, he really wanted to play with LaFonso Ellis, who they didn't re-sign. But once that didn't happen, he kind of, I think, just was swaying back and forth. And at the end, John Lucas also knew him well as well. So he stayed in.
He worked with him this summer in Houston, right?
I won't go that far.
Oh, that's tampering. Oh, that's tampering.
And the LaFonso Ellis angle on that, he's with the Hawks. His highlights coming up a little bit later. It was exactly 1 year ago, February 5th of last year, that Alvin Gentry won for the first time as a head coach of the Pistons. Tonight, his guys opening up in Miami. That was Bison Dele, used to be known as Brian Williams. Loy Vaught beats the shot clock, his first bucket as a Piston. Loy Vaught once again. Smooth jumper, 20-14. Terry Porter, one of the pickups for Miami, running the floor with Tim Hardaway. Gets the feed in stride. Still, they're down by 8. Bernie Kosar among those enjoying the action. Watch Grant Hill working on Jamal Mashburn and then shaking him off. Pistons by 10, 70-60. Where's the trademark Pat Riley defense tonight? Not very strong. Watch Jerry Stackhouse. A give and go with Dele. 88-67 at that point, and the Pistons put away the Miami Heat 95-81. Stackhouse going for 24 on 7 out of 18. Jamal Mashburn leads the way for Miami with 19 points and 7 assists. Clarence Weatherspoon, by the way, did not play in that game. Coach's decision. Loy Vaught had 4 points for the Detroit Pistons. Cleveland and Atlanta. I told you we'd have LaFonso Ellis highlights, and we shall, taking on Shawn Kemp and the Cleveland Cavaliers. First jumper by Ellis finds the bottom. Now, we've talked about guys being in shape. Shawn Kemp was having a tough time contending with Dikembe Mutombo, not getting off the floor very well. And Fratello watched this happen, too. Look at Shawn Kemp taking it to the rack and right back in his mug. There were 8 blocks on the night by Dikembe Mutombo. A lot of finger wagging going on at the Georgia Dome tonight. 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 blocks. Big Z, though. Zydrunas Ilgauskas, 22 points, 17 rebounds, and that kept Cleveland in this thing. In fact, they led 79-76 in the fourth, and the Hawks go on a 24-4 run to put that thing away. Steve Smith had 21, and the Hawks come up winners 100-83. 21 points and 4 assists. LaFonso Ellis, a solid 14 points and 7 rebounds for the Hawks. When Inside the NBA continues, the Rockets unveil their Hall of Fame front line featuring Scottie Pippen at the Forum in Los Angeles.